I'm Andrew Bohnet from Innovate Tax. I'm here at the Kuwait VAT Conference held here in Kuwait City in May 2018. We're quite a long way off from implementing VAT in Kuwait. However, one of the biggest takeaways from implementing in Saudi Arabia and in the United Arab Emirates is that you need to start your VAT solution now. Two of the biggest issues that we have found is that, first of all, clients are leaving it way too late. This is often because the business are waiting for the final legislation to be announced before they engage with the IT department to start a VAT project. This is causing a lot of problems because it does not give enough time for the IT departments to actually get everything done. So our recommendation is to start now. Ultimately, it doesn't matter whether you can calculate 5%, 10%, or 20% tax. It doesn't matter whether the items that you're selling are exempt or zero rated. What matters is that you can calculate tax, that you can drive the tax from the inventory items, that you can interface tax in from other systems. So when the final legislation is announced, then you can tweak your system, saving you a huge amount of time, and therefore be ready now so that you avoid the rush. The second big takeaway is what we've found is the number of companies that have tried to do the tax solutions in-house, where they haven't fully understood what the requirements are. They've not built it to be future-proof. They've not used enough tax codes, and they've built it based on the requirement to calculate tax from a system point of view, rather than calculating tax from a compliance point of view. And what I mean by that is you need to be able to build your tax solution to calculate tax and meet all of the requirements on your tax return. But not only your tax return, you also need to factor in the requirements for the future, which will be into GCC. So when Kuwait joins the VAT of the GCC, it's unlikely that they're going to be part of the customs union, but that is likely to follow in the future. So make sure when you design your solution, you plan for the future, you get the right advice, and you get everything into your system, and you don't just have a 0 and a 5% tax code. You actually make sure that you prepare and have enough tax codes to meet the compliance requirements that will be primarily finalized with the legislation. If you look at KSA and you look at UAE, you're going to have a really good idea of what is going to be needed for Kuwait as well.
Thank you.